One more question here. Russell Westbrook, I guess what I'm curious about is if we look to when we're back here in September, how much will the Lakers have been able to retool their roster? Because it's tough with Russell Westbrook still there in that contract.
Yeah, well, let's put this graphic up. We haven't mentioned Kyrie yet, so I'm guessing that Kyrie...
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah. All right.
Come on now.
I do think with Russ, to me, like the Indiana Pacers move makes the most sense. You got Buddy Hield, who averaged 3.1 three-pointers made. That was 6 in the NBA last season. LeBron was #1 for the Lakers in threes. He was 23rd. So it gives them a shooter that they've been coveting for a while. Also, this is not, the Lakers were 18th in three-point shooting and rebounding. If you get Miles Turner, you get somebody that he averaged 7 rebounds a game last season. He also makes 1.5 threes a game, and he averaged 13 points. So the thing I think Miles Turner really helps the Lakers in is Anthony Davis misses games. You got a quality power forward center who could, fill the void. And that was the bad thing with the Lakers is once Anthony was gone, their bigs were depleted. They had nobody to fill the void. So with Anthony Davis, those two guys I think can be great together. Without Anthony Davis, he could help the ship stay afloat.
And of course, we know that Buddy Hield was the coulda, woulda, shoulda that the Lakers were looking at before Russell Westbrook landed on this roster. If there was another team that you would be looking at, Tim, that they could make a deal with, that Rob Pelinka could call up and say, hey, let's figure this out, who would it be?
Who has ready-made rotation players and is in pick accumulation mode? What's going on in Utah? Hey, Bojan Bogdanovic, Patrick Beverley, Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson. I mean, some combination there. All of these guys are quality vets who are, have playoff experience, and Utah's going into a rebuild. They don't need, there's no point in hanging on to those kind of players. Again, they're not trading necessarily for Russell Westbrook.
Right.
They're trading for a salary that is likely a buyout situation. But if you put those picks on the table, I think certainly there's a potential deal there to be worked out.
Well, I mean, just to remind folks at home, I know you said the magic words, Kyrie Irving. Why has that deal not gone down yet, Nick?
Well, it's interesting because in Marc's scenario, I think that was what the Nets were looking for all along, the 2 picks. And because the 2 picks, it seems, weren't made available, now they're trying to say, oh, well, hey, let's see what happens at the start of the year. Maybe Kevin wants to come back and see how it goes. But if those 2 picks that the Lakers would attach to Westbrook to make the money work, I think that's still a possibility down the line. But as always, it depends on what happens with Kevin Durant and what his future holds in Brooklyn.
Anything is possible except for a KD Russ reunion. Stop it.
No,
Stop it.
No. Russ is a contract. Russell Westbrook has become Russell Westbrook's contract. He has gone to a different level in the league. He's no longer this star player that we saw in Oklahoma City all those years. It is about making the money work. And if they got those 2 picks, I think it's something that they would potentially revisit down the line.
Well, and at least the public sentiment that's coming out of the Lakers, coming from Darvin Ham right now, is we're going to make it work with Russell Westbrook. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to get him up to snuff on defense. We're going to have him be a screener. We're going to have him shoot more corner threes. We'll see if that is going to work.
What's the alternative? Man, this is a terrible fit. Wow, we're screwed.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.